Friends, welcome to my home studio in the beautiful Catskill Mountains. I am John Morrell, and I'm going to do a video today called Fragrance Starter Kit. That's right, for all you frag heads out, or wannabe frag heads out there, or people just getting into fragrances, I'm going to do what I consider my fragrance starter kit. And you know what? I'm going to try to run through these pretty quick because I've talked about almost all of them. In fact, maybe all of them at some point. Just give you a little bit about each one. But yeah, we're going to do that, and I think I'm going to make it a tag video. I'll decide by the end. Let's do it.
John Morrell, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. John Morrell, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. Fresh and dope like heroin soap. That man's got swag.
All right, so like I said, this is my fragrance starter kit, and I have 9 fragrances I'm going to talk about here. Well, one alternative as well, so sort of 10. But 9 fragrances, and I'm going to start with spring, okay? A spring fragrance for your starter kit, all right? And I think this is a fragrance you cannot go wrong with. I believe this is lends itself more to spring. I wear it all year round because I love it so much, and you can certainly wear it in summer as well. And I'm talking, and it's affordable, Versace Signature or Versace Pour Homme. Now, again, this is very affordable, $45 for maybe $50 for 100 ml. And it is just a stunning fragrance. It's you know, there's very few things I like to say are masterpieces, especially in the designer world, I guess. But to me, this is a masterpiece. It's timeless. This is my backup bottle. Okay, I have another bottle of this as well. So Versace Signature, and I love it. Has a little bit of aquaticness to it. Is aquaticness a word? But it smells like, I always thought this had a little sugar in it, but it doesn't. But it's lemon, bergamot, neroli, rose on the top, and then the middle notes are cedar, clary sage, geranium, hyacinth, and then base notes are tonka bean, musk, amber. The dry down is great on this. This projects really well, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and it's a very affordable. I think it's a necessity in your collection if you're starting out. At all, by the way, but this is part of your fragrance starter kit as far as I'm concerned. All right. So there it is, Versace Signature, your spring fragrance. Next fragrance I'm going to talk about is something because I know if you run this by anyone, they're going to tell you something. Here's what they're going to say. Well, if you're getting into fragrances, you have to have the king of fragrances. You have to get a Ventus. You have to. No, don't do it. First of all, the Aventus DNA is awesome. It's been duplicated many times, and in my opinion, the way the formula is now, the way the longevity, the performance is currently, there are better options out there that are a lot less expensive because Aventus is expensive. And my favorite, because as you know, anyone who watches the channel knows, I'm a big fan of Aventus Cologne as opposed to the OG, right? Because I like the bergamot as opposed to the strong pineapple. Just my thing. So a good inspired fragrance that is very affordable is Mont Blanc Explorer. I think this is great. The performance is good on this for me. It is a long-lasting fragrance, and it's a Swiss Army knife. I think you can wear this all year round, but I'm putting this next because I know someone's going to tell you, get a Ventus. Don't get a Ventus, get Mont Blanc Explorer. Okay, it has the bergamot on top. It does dry down to what smells like a birch. It is very, very inspired by Aventus, but it's like $40, right? It's like $40 as opposed to $350. So again, Mont Blanc Explorer, your Aventus killer for me, at least for your starter kit. All right, my next fragrance is my pick for a summertime fragrance for your fragrance starter kit, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best, certainly one of my favorite, if not my favorite, summertime specific fragrance, because I don't really imagine wearing it any other time of the year, but it's just stunning. I talked a little bit about it, I think, in another prior video, which is summertime fragrances, and what I love about this fragrance is it projects really well, but it doesn't come off that way. It comes off as if you're smelling, other people are smelling the environment, and it's gorgeous. And it's Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi, okay? Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi. And it's just an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. It is just quintessential summer fragrance. You know, it has 2 different types of fig, and it has a fig nectar and also has fig tree. But grapefruit, bergamot, citron, lemon on the top. This is just a gorgeous fragrance. It smells so natural. It really does. And this is considered a niche fragrance, I believe. Acqua di Parma, I believe people consider them to be a niche house. They've been around forever. However, you can get this fragrance, and this is a big size. This is a big size, and I got this. It's a 5 fluid ounce. I got this for $45. If you look at some reputable sellers on eBay, you can get a really good deal on this. But even if you don't get it for, I think the top I've seen, I can get it for $60. I'm pretty sure almost anywhere. It's outstanding. So I believe that is a summer fragrance you should have for your starter kit. I really do. So again, Fico di Amalfi, Acqua di Parma. All right, now let's talk about a fall fragrance for your fragrance starter kit. And the fall fragrance I'm going to talk about is something that was actually in my underrated fragrances video. And I'm not gonna stop talking about this because I just think it's gorgeous. And I do think it's underrated, but it's just an absolutely perfect fall fragrance. I do think you can wear this. I do think you can wear this any time of the year. I do, but this is so fall. And it's Azzaro's Wanted. Okay, the original Wanted. Oh my Lord. I mean, those of you know, like I don't like Boss Intense, for example, Boss Bottled Intense. I'm not a huge, I always say I'm not a huge fan of apple fragrances, but boy, I mean, this one, I would consider, an apple fragrance. I mean, top notes are lemon, ginger, lavender, mint, but then the middle notes are apple, juniper, Guatemalan cardamom, geranium, base notes, tonka bean, amberwood, Haitian vetiver. This is just an amazing fragrance, and it's an EDT, and it lasts forever. It's just outstanding. This is gorgeous. And so this is just an awesome fall fragrance, and it's very affordable. This size, definitely, this is a smaller size. So this is the 1.7. You can pick this up for like $19 at a box store if you can find it there. I actually want a bigger size of this, but there's so many fragrances. I keep pretending I'm going to get backup bottles of certain things, and then I don't do it. We'll see. I might go through this in the fall because my wife loves this. She keeps saying it smells like Hogwarts when we like when we go to Universal. I don't know why. She says, "Oh, that smells like what it smells like when we go to like Diagon Alley and all of that." Which I don't know why she's saying that. Maybe there's a candle there that smells like this, but it's very, very good. So there you go. The original Wanted by Azzaro for your fall fragrance starter kit. Next is the winter fragrance for your fragrance starter kit. And this one is, I'm going indie house on this because I think this is my favorite honey tobacco fragrance. And it's by none other than Happy Land Studio and this Happy Land Signature. Woo, this is just, the performance on this is beastly. It's like a 10-hour, 12-hour fragrance. But I mean, honey, cinnamon, blueberry. I don't get a lot of blueberry, to be honest. I don't get a lot of blueberry in this. Maybe a little sweetness, and maybe that's what it is. But the honey, the cinnamon, the tobacco, the oud, the anise, the amber, the vanilla, the tonka bean, the musk. This is again, I know. Maybe we shouldn't use masterpiece as much as we do, but I'm telling you, this again is a masterpiece. There's nothing I'd change about it. To me, the definition of a masterpiece, and again, it can be individual, it can be very subjective, but for me, is a fragrance I wouldn't change, right? And to me, I wouldn't change anything about Happy Land Signature. It's incredible. So that is your winter fragrance, Happy Land Signature. All right, let's go work fragrance, right? Something, for the workplace, something that doesn't blast people away, something that doesn't fill the room. Because let me tell you, no matter how good you think your fragrance is, if you fill the room with your fragrance at work, someone doesn't like it. Trust me. I know. And so, because I'm someone who likes fragrances that project, but not for the office, for me, that's the recording studio. And you want something that it just has a little scent bubble around you. That's all, and smells really, really nice. And for me, by the way, let me just give you kind of an alternative first. I know most people for work-related fragrances or work-safe fragrances, people go with Prada L'Homme. And I listen, I get it. Prada L'Homme's a great workplace fragrance. It is. So if you want Prada L'Homme, you can pick that up. Probably $60, I think they're still selling, which isn't bad, right? But I'm going to go a different route because if you'd like to have a work fragrance that is also unique, that also is a limited run, that if you don't get a bottle, it will be gone. But everything I've named, including this, is available currently during this video. If you want a fragrance that is unique, but still works safe, and when people ask you what you're wearing, they can't get it, most likely by then. We're talking Business Over Pleasure, okay, by Zaharoff and TLTG Reviews. Ross over at TLTG Reviews. I have to tell you, this is something that I just love. When I go to the studio, this is my go-to. When I go to like in my own studio, it's different. But when I go to our main recording studio to work with clients, Business Over Pleasure is my go-to fragrance because it doesn't fill a room. It's very nice. You smell so nice. The top notes are pepper, coriander, bergamot. Middle notes is the Tuscan iris, lily of the valley, cashmere and wood, ginger, lemon verbena. Base notes musk, palo santo, tonka bean, patchouli, guaiac wood, amber. I have to tell you, this is great. It's just a really, really great fragrance, especially for the workplaces, which is what it was designed for. I think this is great, and I think people love it. I love the bottle, right? I mean, this bottle is dope, right? I mean, come on, this bottle's dope. So, and again, so if you want to, again, don't get me wrong, Prada L'Homme is great. Get that if you want that, but I think this is the one that you get if you want to have a great work scent, but you also want to be unique. You want to have something special that other people can't get their hands on. Let's face it, there's a little bit of satisfaction in that, isn't there? Isn't there a little bit of satisfaction when people go, hey, what are you wearing? And you tell them you're wearing some fragrance you know they probably can't get. There's a little satisfaction to that. So Business Over Pleasure for me for the workplace fragrance. Again, fragrance starter kit. All right, so it's Friday night, right? You're done with work and you're heading out to happy hour and then maybe to a party. If you still do that, I'm old, I don't go to parties, but if you do, or if you're old and you do go to parties, whatever. This is, to me, I've said this before, and by the way, I'm going back to back, same house to give you a heads up, but this fragrance, back to back, same house, this fragrance is Sunshine in a Bottle, a music festival in a bottle. If you've watched my channel, you know what fragrance I'm talking about. I'm talking about Brass and Soul by Zaharoff and Stay Fresh Productions. Justin over there, right? And so I love this fragrance. It's a gin. That's the booze in it, but it's a gin fragrance. Oh man, again, the top notes are water notes, mandarin orange, juniper, but then middle notes are gin, lavender, bourbon, geranium, cypress, jasmine, lily of the valley. Base notes, Bushman candle, suede, cedar, patchouli, amber, moss, vanilla. Again, this is just, I love this fragrance. I love it. This is, if you're going out to like a festive sort of night, to me, this is the fragrance because it has such a mixed drink feel to it. It's like upbeat, happy party time. So that's my party fragrance. And again, I went back to back both, same house, Zaharoff, but that's cool because you got to do what you got to do. And I love the fragrances. Yeah. So there's your party fragrance, Brass of Soul, Stay Fresh Productions, and Zaharoff. Again, your fragrance starter kit. We only got one more. You ready for it? You ready for it? All right, so I lied. There's not one more. There's one more and then a bonus. I'm going to give you one more fragrance, then a bonus. Okay, the fragrance I'm going to give you is Date Night. And I'm not going to surprise anybody here because, listen, you can say it's played out. You can say it's been around forever. But the fact of the matter is, I would have named another Date Night fragrance, but unfortunately, it's not available. I'll tell you right now, I would have named the other Zed Creator fragrance. I would have, but it's sold out. You can't get it. So there's no reason to even suggest it to you. Again, this is a fragrance starter kit, which means I want these fragrances to be readily available to you. Okay, so the Siren is sold out. You can't get it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about a fragrance that's not going to surprise anybody. It is the quintessential date fragrance, but it still, in my opinion, is the best date fragrance. My wife absolutely loves it, and it is Dolce & Gabbana, the One EDP. The EDP, I have every version of the One, and I have the One EDT as well. I think it's a little brighter, projects a little better. Maybe it's daytime scent, but for me, the EDP is the best date scent on the designer market. And it's affordable, right? 50, 60 bucks maybe. You could probably get it cheaper on some discounters, but I've seen it around $50 to $60. And it's just a seductive and perfect date fragrance. Long lasting. EDP is long lasting as well. Sits a little closer to the skin, which is what you want a date fragrance to do. So boom, the One EDP for your date fragrance in your fragrance starter kit. I'm going to give you one more. I promise. Last one. I've saved you some money, right? I've saved you some money on Aventus, right? People are going to tell you to buy Create Aventus, but I gave you a replacement that is very affordable. So, but I know. This is your fragrance starter kit, and you want to get into niche fragrances, but you don't know what to buy because let's face it, not all niche fragrances are equal. And if you buy one that turns you off, that's it, right? At that point, you're going to regret spending $200 to $300, and you're going to not do it again. You're going to say, nope, I don't like niche fragrances. I'm sticking to designers. So I'm going to give you a niche fragrance that I think will make you happy. I think it'll bring you into the niche fold, and I think it's my favorite. It is my favorite niche fragrance still. And I absolutely love this, and I think it is mass appealing. It is mass appealing. The performance is amazing on this, and it's Roja Parfum Elysium. Okay, Roja Parfum Elysium. This is again, I'm going to use it again. It's a masterpiece. I mean, the top notes are bright with the grapefruit, the lemon, the bergamot, the lime, and then the middle notes are black currant, juniper berry, rose. But the base notes are ambergris. And you know how I love my ambergris, leather, vanilla, benzoin, labdanum. This is just I love it. I wear this a lot. I buy clones of it because I love it so much. But I won't, listen, the whole thing is that I will never be without this. This is a fragrance I will never, ever be without. I have to have it. I do believe it's an all year round fragrance, but I do think you can wear it in the warmer months especially. But it's so well put together. Because of the dry down on this, I think you can wear it all year round. So again, Roja Parfum Elysium. There you go. There are my fragrances. There are my fragrances for your fragrance starter kit. And these are fragrances I believe that you should have. And I am going to make this a tag video. What do you think? I think I'm going to make it a tag video. So I'm going to tag my man. I think he'll really enjoy this because I know he's going to be way different than me as far as his fragrance starter kit. But I'm going to tag my man Tyler from Simply Fragrances. Okay, Tyler, I want to see, what is your fragrance starter kit look like or smell like? So let's do it. I want to thank everybody very much. You guys are awesome. We out.
John Morel, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. John Morel, Fragrance Review. Here comes the swag. Fresh and dope like heroin soap. That man's got swag.